Hello class, my name is Paul Ryder. I'm a junior at ASU BB Jonesboro, attending Cisco 2 class through BB online. I'm going to try to explain to you an easy way or a way that made it easier for me for subnetting. We all know that subnetting is tough. It's just practice to get to master it. We won't get into the fundamentals. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows that we have 3 classes of IP addresses, class A, B, and C. What I like to do is I like to think that I have a boundary. We know that IP address is made of 32 bits split into 4 octets, and an octet is 8, right? Okay. So we have some bits reserved for identifying network, and the other bits are left to identify the host. So, like I was saying before, I like to think that there's a boundary, and the boundaries are after bits 8, 16, 24, and 32. This is what made it important for me to remember. To use those in those increments, then this should be easier for you. All right, so let's just say we have a 192.168.12.78 with a /29 mask. All right, we want to know what subnet does that belong to. So what I do, like I said, with the boundaries is I like to think what the next boundary is, which is going to be, remember the 8, 16, 24, and 32. So the next boundary is going to be 32. So we take that and we know our mask. Our mask is 29. So you take 32 minus 29, that leaves us with 3. Then you do your powers of 2, 2 to the power of 3, whatever that key was, power of, equals 8. That gives us our block size. 2 to the power of 3 equals 8. We borrowed from the last octet, as the 29th bit is in the last octet, the 4th. Start from 0 and count up. So we go 192.168.12.0. Just copy this here. Then we go .8, .16, .24, .32, so on and so on and so on. Well, we do need to go down to get to our .78 there on the end. So .40, 48, we got 56, 64, we're still not there yet. We got to keep going. 72, so we're getting close. Next one is .80. So we know that our address, the 192.168.12.78, must sit on the 72 subnet. So, all right, let's try another one. Let's say we got a /19. Just throw that out there. So, and we'll pick a different address. We'll do a, and these are just for my notes, so just bear with me from whenever have been learning this over the last bit. 16.16 or /19. So again, we know the next boundary is going to be 24. So 24 minus 19 equals 5. Then we do our powers of 2, 2 to the power of, I know that's a multiply sign, but 2 to the power of 5 equals 32. So now we're going to be into the third octet. Is bit 19, we know, and then we know now is in the third octet. So we count up our block size in that octet on the third one. So say we have the, just move down. Okay, so we'll copy this. We'll have it. Paste it down here. 16, start. Have to take that away because it is the third. 0.0. Take this one. .32.0. 64. 64.0. 96.0. 128.0. And finally 160.0. Et cetera, et cetera. So we know that our address that we started out with, the 172.16.116.4, must be in the 172.16.96.0 subnet. A little bit easier, maybe. Okay, so let's go on to the second octet. So we'll take our address, we'll take an address, let's try 10.34.57.234. We'll do a /12. So we know our mask is 12. The next boundary is going to be 16. So 16 minus 12 equals 4. And that's going to be our jump up. 2 to the power of, again, that's not the power of, 2 to the power of 4 is 16. So we'll be going by 16. So we'll do a 10.0.0.0. 10.16.0.0, 10.32.0.0, 10.48.0.0, and so on and so on. So we know their address 10.34.67.234 must be in the 10.32.0 subnet. Right? Hopefully now you're starting to see, and I hope that this has been a little bit easier for you, and I didn't butcher it too much. It was a little bit more easier to explain, but this is the way that I have to do it. All right, thank you for your time.